I love Beetlejuice. I love the Beetlejuice cartoon. I love the Beetlejuice
That's
movie.
You were gonna go with this.
And you know, Michael Keaton. We're even watching the show Dope Sick right now. We've almost finished
Which
it.
is about the place that we live right now.
And so whenever I first heard people talking about Beetlejuice in like the early 2000s, I was just like, dude, like,
That's
what
all.
are y'all talking about? That doesn't make any sense. And then they were bringing up Beetlejuice in wrestling. Like Beetlejuice was in WCW, and I saw this little black man, and I was like, that's not Beetlejuice. But I have come to terms with the fact that that's Beetlejuice.
That's Beetlejuice.
Like the real legit Beetlejuice is the one from Howard Stern, the one from wrestling, the prolific boxer, the shit talker Skywalker, the man that we know, who was on the Howard Stern show.
How did he get his name?
I have no clue, but I bet you will learn something about that.
I was gonna say, like, I've just kind of accepted that his name is Beetlejuice, and I've never, like, I never knew about Beetlejuice, I don't think, until we got together.
Oh, really?
And then I saw the Beetlejuice videos, and I was like, wow, his Beetlejuice. But now it's just like, it's Beetle.
It's just Beetlejuice.
Or Beetlejuice,
Beetle,
or B.
Yeah. So there's a YouTuber who we started reacting to a few months ago, but I've been watching for a while, and then I turned Nate on to him. Or no, I brought it up, and Nate was like, oh shit, he had forgotten about it or whatever, but now the Renegade channel is starting to react to it as well. If you haven't subscribed to Sunny V2, I would suggest you guys do that, especially if you like kind of the internet historian style stuff, gamer from Mars type stuff, just kind of like investigative journalism that involves pop culture.
Yeah.
He's really, really good. And I thoroughly enjoy his videos. And he has this video, which we're about to watch. It's called Beetlejuice's Turbulent Life. As far as I know, Beetlejuice got his start out in the entertainment business by letting people throw him at bars.
Okay.
So, yeah. There was a trend at one point where little people would subject themselves to being tossed in Velcro suits onto targets in bars.
Okay.
And that's how Beetlejuice got started in the entertainment industry.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I'm sure we will learn about that in this video. But he got over that part of his career and got to, you know,
Howard Stern.
But not only Howard Stern, he's been in movies. He's been in, I think, wasn't he in Bubble Boy? Like he was on WCW. He worked angles with Jeff Jarrett.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like literally until you said WCW, and I was like,
yeah, World Championship Wrestling.
I did not know that.
2000, right before it fell apart.
I just remember the videos from whenever he lived with that one guy.
Oh,
and
Sean. Yeah.
And him and Sean would do videos. But Sean passed away.
Yes.
And I didn't hear anything about it.
It was kind of like his manager, caretaker.
Well, like it was his person. Like he lived with him.
Yeah.
And then that video of him getting a tattoo of Sean's wife.
Yeah, because he was like, why are you doing that? Because I love her.
Yeah. So sweet.
There's a thing of Beetlejuice that it's just like so pure.
Pure, yeah.
You know? So... yeah, I'm interested to see what's going on here in this video.
Yeah.
And if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and pull this thing up.
All right.
Let's do it.
Beetlejuice, you're first. And here is your question.
Why do they have him?
Spell red.
Red. L-S-T-E-R.
All right. Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
All right. I think that's close enough, but all right. Okay. The judges are saying that's not exactly right. I'm going to go to Gary.
This is Beetlejuice.
My name is Beetlejuice. Right now. I'll get ready to pick up a hot woman.
And for those who don't know, he's not
Howard
really
Stern
this
for
stupid.
governor.
He's a comedian. In fact, in order to get onto a show as well regarded as Howard Stern, you probably have to have your head somewhat switched on. But how did this 4-foot, 3-inch mini human being by the name of Lester Green, aka Beetlejuice, become loved by the world as an actor, entertainer, and all-round comedian? This video is going to explore the come-up and significance of Beetlejuice's life, so we can all get the answer to that question. Who is Beetlejuice?
Go ahead, explain.
Explain what?
Like where you come from.
Where I come from?
Yeah.
How did you get to be?
How did you get to be Beetlejuice?
Well, it's some kind of comedy, you know?
Yeah. No, but where are you from?
Where I'm from Jersey.
You are. You were originally from Jersey.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, aka Lester Green, was born on the 2nd of June 1968 in the projects of Jersey City, New Jersey, United States of America, about 10 miles out from New York City. Growing up, Beetlejuice was simply known as Lester Green, being the second youngest of 6 children. One of Beetlejuice's sisters came on TV with Beetlejuice one time, and it's safe to say that they're basically the same person, just a different gender.
I made a lot of money.
You do?
How much?
A lot.
Are you a millionaire?
Yes.
Oh.
I made lots of money sometimes.
But how did Lester come about the nickname Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice's nickname came from the character Harry the Hunter from the movie Beetlejuice, a reference to Harry's small head comparative to the rest of his body.
Now, where'd you get the name Beetlejuice from?
Huh?
Where'd you get the name Beetlejuice?
A movie. I made a movie named Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice has a very distinct physical appearance, being much shorter than the average human being, standing at 4 foot 3 inches tall, which is about the same height as an average 8-year-old male. Beetlejuice's small stature is due to dwarfism and microcephaly, 2 growth deficiency conditions resulting in a small head and a small body.
Beetlejuice's head is approximately 15 3/4 inches around. Average head is around 23 inches. Beetlejuice is approximately 4 feet 3 inches tall and weighs about 92 pounds.
Beetlejuice speaks 3 languages, firstly Italian and English, or as he claims at least.
Do you just speak Italian or you speak other languages too?
Well, they speak 2 different languages.
You do?
Sometimes, but not every time.
What other language?
Well, some people do, some people don't, you know.
Well, that's a good point. Some people do and some people don't.
Beetlejuice also speaks fluent Spanish, as we can see from this clip.
You ain't Spanish, man.
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
Hey, Pete, you don't...
Fuck yeah! Fuck you piece of...
Hey, yell at him in Spanish. Yell at him.
Yeah, you motherfucker, you motherfucker. You piece of garbage.
Beetle knows a lot of languages.
I don't
Pete,
know
yell at him
why
in Chinese.
he lies
Yeah,
about it
yeah,
though.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no, I
mother-
just
Beetlejuice
don't.
has a
but-
vast knowledge of American political history, being able to name every single president in history.
Can you please name our last 5 presidents?
All presidents the same name.
They're all named president.
Yeah, they
That's a good
all-
point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Good point.
Have you ever thought about running for president?
Well, I could have, yeah.
Yeah, why didn't you?
If I wanted to, I would.
Finally, Beetlejuice also claims to have worked on Wall Street for over 10 years. However, we don't really have any sources to confirm this.
Wall Street, I've
Yeah.
been doing it for 10 years. Everybody knows that.
You've been doing Occupy
Everybody
Wall Street for
knows
10
that.
years?
Oh, yeah, 10 years. A lot
Really?
of people knows that.
So, how did this small, eccentric character make it onto one of the biggest shows in New York City at the time? Beetlejuice has always known that he was going to be a big star from the beginning, given his unique features and personality.
Beetlejuice, did you ever think you would become such a big star?
Yeah.
So it's no surprise to you.
No, it's no surprise for me. No.
You knew it had. You knew
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I knew I had it. Yeah.
But Beetlejuice finally got his big break when talent manager Sean Rooney spotted him at a local neighborhood bar in 1999.
Now, how do you know Beetlejuice? He's a new guy. Yeah, he's a new guy. He lives a couple blocks from my house. And we seen him drinking in the bar, and I went inside, and I asked him if he was interested, and he told us, yeah.
Sean originally scouted Beetlejuice for dwarf tossing and midget tossing, but never comedy.
And ever since then, he's been getting tossed, right?
I've been getting taught for 2 weeks.
Yeah, do you like it, Beetlejuice?
I like it.
It was also explained that Beetlejuice was sometimes earning up to $600 an hour just to be thrown by people. While following some hilarious TV appearances, he slowly started to transition from midget tossing into the world of comedy and entertainment. Beetlejuice's first opportunity to go on TV was on the Liberty City Association show to promote Sean's midget tossing business at the time.
Welcome to Liberty Civic Association show. My name's Frank Monahan. Tonight I have 2 really cool guys, and
Captain
nice guy.
Charisma.
To my left is a man that has only been introduced to me as Beetlejuice. They will not give me his name.
However, this was only the tip of the iceberg for Beetlejuice, as he started to go on the Howard Stern Show, which caused his career to really skyrocket. Beetlejuice's first appearance on the Howard Stern Show was on the 14th of July, 1999, at the age of 31.
A black guy with a tiny, tiny head called Beetlejuice.
We don't even know where to start with this.
Beetlejuice was originally invited onto the Howard Stern Show to discuss and promote their midget tossing, similar to his first appearance on the other TV show.
And when you say you're in show business, do you get tossed also in bars?
Yeah,
Oh, I see. Sean picks you up and throws you?
yeah,
I see. And you make a lot of money doing that?
yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if they're looking for dwarf tossing with Beetlejuice and Frank, they can look us up on jollydwarf.com.
Jollydwarf.com.
Jolly Dwarf.
They got pictures of Beetlejuice up there?
Yeah.
I suggest you go there right now.
However, the audience fell in love with Beetlejuice's strange style of comedy and speaking, where he would basically just tell blatant lies to make himself look better.
Yeah.
Or he'd dance around the truth to not admit inferiority.
Hey, who's the greatest fighter of all time?
Me?
You could beat Mayweather?
Hell yeah, I beat his ass before.
This kind of style always intrigued the audience because you had to be constantly on your toes to see if Beetlejuice was telling the truth or lying.
Yeah.
Sean about?
Sean's about 6'7".
6'7". How tall are you, Beetle?
Me? I'm 6'7".
You 6'7" too?
He's only 6'9", I'm 6'6".
Oh, shoot. How much does Sean weigh? Do you know?
Sean's weigh like 100 pounds.
How much
I
you
weigh
weigh?
like, me? I weigh 130 pounds.
Beetlejuice is very smart in the sense that he plays the personality that relates to his appearance and expectations. He doesn't try to look smart, and you could probably argue that he tries to look dumb just to fit in with his strange style of comedy.
If you dig a 6-foot hole, how deep is that hole?
It's about like 20 feet.
And people love to laugh at people who just play dumb. But that's the magic of Beetlejuice. You don't really know if he's acting or if he's serious. Beetlejuice has been devoted to his art of comedy for the last 20 years and has practically made it his whole life. So it's hard to tell the difference between Beetlejuice in character and Beetlejuice out of character. Beetlejuice became a recurring guest on the Howard Stern Show, eventually being named alongside those in the infamous Whack Pack. The Whack Pack are the recurring guests on Howard Stern who are unusual in a certain way, such as those with a comical appearance, voice, or personality. Of the 24 unusual guests in the Whack Pack, Beetlejuice was named the greatest Whack Packer of all time, which gives you a good idea of how much the audience loved Beetlejuice's eccentric personality. Sometimes the members of the Whack Pack would be put up against each other in certain quizzes, which brings us to the infamous, viral Battle of the Wits clip that's the reason that many of us love Beetlejuice today. In 2001, Beetlejuice went up against Gary from the Whack Pack and hilarity ensued.
All right, Beetlejuice, this is for you. What number comes between 2 and 4? Beetlejuice.
25.
Wait a minute,
Hold
Beetlejuice.
it.
I want you to think about
Think
it.
about it. Don't blurt out your answer. What number comes between 2 and 4?
Start from 1.
36.
All right. Is that your final answer?
36.
36 is your final answer?
Yeah, 36.
Very close, but that's not it. Let's go to Gary. What number between 2 and 4?
7.
Is that your final answer? All right, you both got it wrong.
This is where Beetlejuice really established his style of comedy. He basically just tried to make himself look as dumb as possible in order to entertain.
1 minus 1 equals.
Equals 35.
Beetlejuice would also increase his notoriety on the Howard Stern Show by releasing the song This Is Beetle in 2004, which alongside his other form of comedies was basically hilarious and notorious given how terrible it was. Kind of like a midget Tommy Wiseau. Another very notable moment on the Howard Stern Show includes the fried chicken prank.
Today, Beetle's not that happy with me because I pulled a prank on him in Florida.
Sean know I would beat his ass because he knows. I ain't joking around.
I took a bucket of chicken and I stuck my through it. And if you know one thing about Beetlejuice, he loves fried chicken. So when he saw that bucket, he went for it, but he didn't get a piece of chicken, he got a piece of dick.
Sean Rooney, the person who originally scouted Beetlejuice for the Howard Stern Show, became great friends with Beetlejuice over the 10 years following Beetlejuice's scout.
Lester, look at the camera. Come here and say, that's how you do it. Look at me.
That's how you do it.
Look at the camera and say, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Beetlejuice actually saved Sean's life in 2007 when Beetlejuice found Sean unconscious in his room following a stroke, which made their bond even stronger.
And I said, Michelle, Sean's on the floor.
So you did save my life.
Yeah, I did.
I really appreciate that.
I told you I did.
Why, you love me?
I told you I love you like a brother.
I appreciate that a lot.
However, unfortunately, Sean passed away in July 2009, which would have been a very depressing situation for Beetlejuice at the time.
Oh, yeah.
The death of Sean and also the death of Beetlejuice's grandma in 2001 caused Beetlejuice to go through a string of depression.
Sean, who is Beetlejuice's manager, knows why. Sean.
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
I'll tell you why he's upset.
Why?
His grandmother just passed away.
Oh, well, that's upsetting.
And he's been, waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
Oh, you're upset. All right, I didn't know that.
Why is he here today, then? He's still grieving.
This clip also gives us an excellent opportunity to see Beetlejuice out of character, an opportunity that the audience doesn't get very often. Following this episode, Beetlejuice came on Howard Stern multiple times to explain that he was feeling depressed.
Are you guys going to keep an eye on him because he's talking about hurting himself?
Oh, definitely.
You seriously?
Yes.
All right. Beat, I don't want to keep you here if you're upset.
Would you like to leave?
Yeah, okay.
However, the guys on the show always made sure to cheer him up, and it appears as though the depressed Beetle slowly started to fade from the show, and he became the happy Beetlejuice again. Following Beetlejuice's appearances on Howard Stern, he began to get movie roles, featuring in 3 movies and 1 video game. Beetlejuice's first movie was Bubble Boy, where he appeared with 1 line.
He's gonna hear you. What? He's gonna hear you. You got it.
Followed by Scary Movie 2, where he again had a minor role with a few lines. And finally, a movie called Girls Gone Dead. Beetlejuice was also put into a video game, True Crime New York City.
Damn, I didn't even
Go
know
on
that.
your own. Seek will help. Seek knows this place.
Where he had a few lines, and that was basically all of Beetlejuice's acting career. Everything that we've discussed so far has to do with the origins and the early 2000s for Beetlejuice. But what about recently? Beetlejuice has adapted his personality and comedy very well onto social media in the current times. Again, continuing with this theme of making himself look way better than he is in order to get a laugh. According to Twitter, he's currently in the process of curing disease, running for president, and getting ready to fly to space. Beetlejuice has amassed over 1.3 million followers on Instagram, as well as 300,000 followers on Twitter and 330,000 followers on Facebook. Beetlejuice's fame has also helped him to get out of the projects that he once grew up in, now owning his own house alongside birds, fish, and 2 dogs. He also has his own custom pool table with custom balls. And that's the story so far, but what's next for Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice claims to be making another movie, apparently in a couple more days.
Hey, Beetle, are you doing any more movies?
A couple more days I will, yeah.
What kind of movie?
I don't know. It'll take me a while to do it.
Yeah. What's the movie about?
Well, it just people like to watch it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I want to watch it.
And according to social media, it also seems as though Beetlejuice is training to beat Mayweather, given all the boxing photos that he's been posting.
It's taking in the ring right now.
What are you gonna do to me?
I'll knock you out. I'll take you in the ring right now.
I'm gonna smack you around.
I'll throw you around like a little baby. I'll smack you around like a baby.
I'm gonna beat you so bad.
I'll beat you
He's
silly in
not
the
even
ring,
on the
brother.
phone with
The truth
anybody.
is, we don't really know what's next for Beetlejuice, but it's likely that he'll continue his bizarre style of comedy into the future. Alright guys, that's going to be all for this video. If you guys could like and subscribe, I would appreciate the hell out of that. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Oh, dude, they didn't even get into
No,
the
I
shit
don't-
with the Iron Sheik.
Oh, I forgot. That's not even. They didn't even show the best video. I like this one, but I feel like they didn't do Beetlejuice justice.
Well, first
There's
off,
so
I
much-
just want to say that
Yes.
this was from 2020. Sonny V2 is a relatively young dude.
Yeah.
So I think that this was kind of early in the process.
Oh, okay.
And so his videos have gotten better. Not that that was a bad one, but
Right.
yeah,
There's just a lot, like Beetlejuice's character and the
yeah.
relationship that he and Sean had.
Oh yeah, well that wasn't so much
That's the only thing that I.
right, but that isn't well known. Like
Oh.
that's not.
Those videos are the best.
Yeah, you can find a lot of like home videos of Beetlejuice
Yeah.
and the family life that he had with Sean and kind of how that all came together.
The
And they're
video.
so sweet. Like the Beetlejuice's bond with Sean's son and his wife, and just like you kind of get an idea of like how
Real world.
vulnerable and sweet and awesome of a guy Beetlejuice is.
Yeah.
Or Lester is.
Yeah.
But the shit that he was most famous for in my circle was that whack pack incident that he had with the Iron Sheik. So for those of you who don't know who the Iron Sheik is, the Iron Sheik was a bodyguard for the Sheik of Iran before the
Like literally.
before the coup happened in Iran, and he had to evacuate and come to America, and then he became a huge professional wrestler in the WWF. He was one of the most notorious bad guys, aka heels, in the WWF, and actually,
Very funny.
alongside Andre the Giant, was one of the two people that put Hulk Hogan over and lost to Hulk Hogan to make Hulk Hogan. Without the Iron Sheik, you could argue Hulk Hogan would not have been as big of a deal as he was. And the promoter that booked Hulk Hogan initially when he first started, before he left to go to the WWF, put out a hit on Hulk Hogan and offered the Iron Sheik tons of money and a big spot in his company if he broke Hulk Hogan's leg on national television, which, let me tell you, he was 100% capable of doing. At that point in time, Hulk Hogan was this big bodybuilder guy, but the Iron Sheik was a trained fighter who could whip a man's ass, you know, and he didn't do it. He decided to do business the right way, so became a legendary figure. Now, later in his life, the Iron Sheik was addicted to crack cocaine, kind of just crazy as shit. Yeah. And him and Beetlejuice got in the same room, and it was bad.
Bad.
Like, they were trying to fight each other.
Well, I think that's like the funniest, some of the funniest videos that Beetlejuice has is that he is ready to whip people's
He's ready
ass.
to fight anybody. Well, they got put in a hotel room together.
Oh, okay.
And evidently the Iron Sheik walks around butt-ass naked in his hotel room. And
which is fine if you're not
has
sharing
issues
a room.
like getting in and out of the bed to go to the bathroom also. So there were some issues with disturbance over that. So they ended up fucking hating each other. So if you want to see some funny Beetlejuice shit, look up the videos of Beetlejuice versus the Iron Sheik, because that shit is fucking crazy.
No, my favorite video is when he is trying not to feel guilty about, was it smoking?
Oh, yeah.
And Sean's like, do you smoke? And he's like,
no.
Nah. And he's like, yeah, but do you smoke? And he's like, I mean, sometimes, a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's like, B, do you smoke? And he's like he just flip-flops
all
his
the
answer.
time.
Yeah, like
all
he
the
flip-flops his answer like back and forth and back and forth. The only thing that it just makes me feel bad to laugh at any of this, even though B is very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Is like the small person throwing.
Oh, the exploitative nature of the situation. Well,
and even Howard Stern. I mean, Howard Stern is known to be a shitbag, though.
Yeah.
So,
but you also have to take into consideration the quality of life that
God,
Lester would have without that. Like, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna be on
$600 an hour?
Is he gonna be on SSI like for the rest of his life and have nothing and live in?
I know.
You got to think about the place that he grew up and how dangerous it would be for somebody his size. And, you know what I mean? I'm sure he was subjected to all kinds of shitty stuff when he was a kid, just walking down the street.
Yeah, it just makes me feel bad because there are people who did make fun of him, but it did seem like a lot of people were protecting him too.
And I would feel way worse about it if he didn't seem to thrive off of that attention and that. Because, I mean, honestly, the guy's lived a hell of a life. He owns his own place. He has people watching out for him financially. And what they didn't go into in here is that his family is not small. And there are people in his family looking out for him. You know, and they're not, you know, out here, like, trying to rob him of everything. I think Beetlejuice, it could be like so bad for him, and I'm glad that he does have the support that he has, and that he was able to make something out of his circumstances. Because you look at somebody who's given like not the best hand in life, like Ricky Berwick is the same way, the comedian that's severely handicapped.
He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, I'm sure everybody knows who he is, but like he takes that situation and it's kind of funny because every time that there are these people who try to defend or like step up on behalf of him, he's like, step back, motherfucker, this is mine. Like, there was a big news article, or not news article, but segment that I watched, because I think he's from like Canada, and they were talking to him about his brand of humor and like what he's doing, and he was like, dude, like, this is what I have control of.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't need people trying to come in and take from me what I have control of. Like, nobody's making me do this. I want to do this. I think it's funny as hell. I don't need you to do, and I think it's the same way with Beetlejuice. As blatantly open as he is, if he had a problem with something, he would just tell people to get fucked.
That is true, but when there's like an intellectual disability involved, like you have to be protective of.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Which is why I think that he stuck close to the people and trusted the people that he did.
Sean really looked out for him.
Yeah, and like I
later.
said, his family was there. Like, he stayed with his family before.
Yeah.
And if he wanted to go back there,
yeah,
then that's what would happen. So I think that Beetlejuice is one of those cases where, yes, I 100% think that it's valid to argue some kind of exploitation, or like that there could be some like not so good stuff going on. But if he's not throwing a protest about it, who the fuck are we to get angry about the fact, like, he was in a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right.
So he's doing his damn thing. Like, and now he seems to be pretty well retired and has everything
I think he has like a manager who does his
social
Instagram
media and stuff,
and that's what you saw at the end when he was like, and they didn't even mention it, but maybe it wasn't out by then, but he had, at least when I saw it, was like Cuppa Army was his thing, and so like he has a bunch of merch.
And they tried to stop him from boxing. And he was like ready to fire everybody,
This is his decision.
He sees himself as a legitimate fighter.
Yeah, I think that's like the concern.
Well, the mentality behind that is, though, like, the same way with me. Like, there's things that I want to accomplish in my life, and I don't pursue that. I'm going to live with that regret. It's not fair to take somebody who has the platform like he does, and I mean, they're not pitting him against Floyd Mayweather. Like,
but he is ready to go up against Floyd. You know what I mean? Like, he's serious about that. And I only say that because there's a video of him in a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
And he pissed some drunk dude off.
Oh, and he's ready to go. Yeah, he was trying to fight that guy in the lobby.
Both of them were ready to fight. Yeah. And it was this big thing. So, just as long as, like, you know, he's happy and protected and with people who, like, are able to manage the best way to sort out.
I get it. But I love Beetlejuice. I think his comedy is very, very funny.
Yes.
And I think that it is good to feel some type of concern.
Yeah.
And to be like, I don't know about this. But I think it's even more appropriate and good to respect his wishes for his life and how he wants to live. Yeah. Because I think he's done a pretty damn good job navigating it so far. And I would challenge anybody who thinks otherwise to step in those shoes and do better.
Oh my God.
You know? So there you go. Sunny V2.
Yeah.
Awesome video. Beetlejuice. Much love and respect, homie. It would be a highlight of my life to ever grace his presence.
Yeah.
Dude, I would get down like somebody fucking praying on the ground and like fucking bow down to Beetlejuice.
The hum video of him jumping on the trampoline.
Oh.
Did he do a flip?
That will be one that will get hit for fucking being dangerous.
We'll put it on Patreon exclusive.
No. I'm just going to share it on the Discord. If you guys want to see a funny ass Beetlejuice video, be looking for that on the
It's just
Discord.
his wheel of being like, no,
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm fine.
He's a tough motherfucker, dude.
Or just like lying his way through something that's like, just tell the truth.
He tries to do a flip on a trampoline and lands directly on his head. Like, break your fucking neck.
His neck.
Bad.
Yeah.
And then they're like, dude, are you good? And he's like choking back tears. Like, you can tell he got fucked up by it. And he's like,
I'm fine. And he's like, no, are you okay? He's like, what's wrong?
If you enjoyed our reaction to this, you can give us a like. Subscribe to the channel, even give us recommendations for things you would like to see us react to in the future.
You can do that down in the comments below. You can do that on our Discord, or if you are a patron on our Patreon, you can do it in the comments there, and all the links to that will be down in the description below.
Yeah. And we live stream every Monday and Thursday evening at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. We also do live streams of reactions just like this one on Twitch. So if you want to check that out, feel free to check out the description. Like Nikki said, we'll have a link to our Twitch and all that good stuff down there. But for that video that we just watched, or this one that we're recording now, that's going to do it.
It's going to do it.
See y'all.
See you guys.